Hey, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Shalom, shalom. To the hopeful elect. Okay. Another impromptu. Okay, real quick. We're gonna title this this video, "The Epstein List is a freak show and a distraction." Okay, because that's the new hot topic that seems to be circulating all throughout the political media right now. The Epstein List. Okay, now we all know that that nigga was a goddamn a PDF file. Okay, he was a merciless murderer of children, like the scriptures say. Okay, and he had a whole island. All right, and a lot of wealthy, famous, and well-known individuals were conducting business on that island. Okay, even the wealthy and famous of our people, Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites. Okay, they was on that island. Okay, probably being sent there by their handlers. Okay, to go orchestrate the rituals. Okay, because these devils will send Jakes who have influence, Jakes who got money, these celebrities. Esau send these niggas to different locations, okay, to go do rituals and blood sacrifices. Okay, this is facts. So that Epstein Island was that was another stomping ground for satanic worship. All right, and the primary focus was destroying the innocence of children. All right, sexually abusing them, sacrificing them, torturing them, doing all sorts of madness to them. Okay, if you want to get a depiction of what was going on that island, okay, I think South Park came out with an episode where they was pretty graphic with it. They was showing Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, right? And our brothers who know what I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. Okay, they had an episode where they was just straight up showing exactly what was going down, okay, in these little secret locations where they be taking these missing children and what they be doing to them. Okay, it's some graphic shit. It's some high satanic shit. Okay, now this whole Epstein list, okay, all right, this shit is just another distraction. All right, it's another distraction to blind the masses of what's really going on. Okay, you got basically all nationwide, the protests are sparking up. People are starting to retaliate against the ICE agents. So, violence is getting ready to spark up in the streets. Okay, full blown. All right. World War III. There's a lot going on right now all at once. Okay. So the devil has to do what he does best and toss out certain enchantments and distractions. And that Epstein list, okay, is another distraction. All right. And they're never really going to blow the lid off of who was really, conducting business on that island. Okay. Because they're all on it. Okay. All of them. Donald Trump is sitting here acting like, I heard him on an interview just recently talking about, are we still talking about this Epstein guy, this creep, right? We still talking about this Epstein guy. Okay, but Donald Trump, back in the day, nigga, you know, it seemed like you and Jeffrey Epstein was best friends, man. You know, you can go on Google and see the pictures of them niggas laughing and hanging out and eating caviar and shit. So it's like, nigga, was you on that island, okay, partaking in that satanic, crazy, psychotic shit? And yes, he was, most definitely. Okay, and that's a reason why he's not gonna you know, expose that list. Okay, you know, a lot of people are on it, man. A lot of these people who you wouldn't even think, man. Okay, Will Smith was on it, right? Barack Obama, Akon, right? You know, people who you know, wealthy figures in this society who people look up to and you know, people hold in high regard. All of them motherfuckers was on that list, man. Okay, a lot of politicians, a lot of senators, man, was involved in that shit. So they're definitely not gonna expose that. Okay, they're definitely not gonna do it. But what they are gonna do, they are gonna tease these people, okay, like a goddamn hot dog, like the hot dog on a fishing line trick. You know what I mean? You dangled a little hot dog in front of the motherfucker and just, you know, you got the motherfucker just you know, just following you, but you got the hot dog dangling on the fishing line. The nigga ain't never gonna actually get the hot dog, okay, but he gonna continue to chase it, right? That's what they doing with this list, okay? I heard another woman say, you know, somebody on the news, I don't know who this woman was, but, you know, somebody asked her and they said, you got all the paperwork on your desk, right? Like you got the list, you got everything, all of the evidence on your desk, right? And she said, yes, I do, right? And the man asked her, okay, so what's taking so long? What's the issue? And, you know, she just beat around the bush and just never got to the answer. Right? And that's what these devils are known, you know, that's what they're good for. That's why the scriptures talk about, you know, Esau's tongue, okay? Esau's tongue, you know, this man is a you know, what they call it, he has a forked tongue, okay? Where he'll just beat around the bush. He'll never give you a straight answer. He'll beat around the bush, you know, and then just kind of slowly divert the conversation topic to something else, all right, without you even noticing. And that's what they're doing with this list, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing with this list. And you know, it's just a constant reminder when you see things like that of where we're at, man. You know, this is Satan's world, okay? This is Satan's world. Because how the hell are these people getting away with these goddamn children? All right, they're not sending out no reconnaissance team to go save these children. I mean, we never got any goddamn real information about, okay, you know, what happened to these children that are on these islands? Have they been saved? Have they been returned to their family or something, man? Can we get an interview with these kids? You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of speculation, man. Okay? It's just a bunch of speculation, all right? And I'm starting to think that, you know, that Epstein list wasn't meant to be exposed the way that it is. Probably an insider, okay, who went against the grain, exposed that list, all right? So now Esau, he's doing damage control, all right? He's trying to cover it up, okay? But at the same time, he's using it as an enchantment, all right, to keep people in suspense and awe, right? Like I forgot who said it, man. One of these devils. He said, never let a good crisis go to waste, right? So, you know, even though it was a misfortunate situation that these devils got exposed for conducting business on that island, they know that they could still use, you know, this situation all right, and pull it out the back pocket, okay, to keep people looking in a different direction, all right, while they finesse all sorts of different wickedness and different laws and decrees, man, okay? Because it's not making no goddamn sense, man, all right? And I was, I think it was yesterday, man, I was listening to some brothers was making videos on this whole goddamn list, and I was just sitting there laughing, you know what I mean, because these devils is really on the news, you know, talking like almost like teasing people, almost like putting it in people's face, like, haha, yeah, we know what it is, but we're not gonna tell you, you know, just stringing people along, man. Obvious at this point, okay? This nigga Epstein died in 2019. All that shit came out in 2019. That was 6 years ago, man. You mean to tell me that these devils are not able to retrieve who the fuck was on that island doing what? Okay? Meanwhile, you go to the goddamn Walmart, you steal a candy bar, them, you know, the police is right outside. They catch a nigga so goddamn fast, you steal that candy bar. Or if a nigga commit a violent crime, okay? He kills somebody, all right? The detectives, the police, you know, they'll catch this nigga before he even hit the corner. You see, but you niggas can't find this list. No, they you know, they been had that list, man. They been had that list, all right, and they just keeping it sealed off from the public, all right, using it as a mere distraction tool, okay? And it was, you know, part of the reason why a lot of these fucking numbnuts, why they voted for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, you know, during his campaign for presidency, okay, he promised that he would, you know, pretty much reveal that list. That was something that he promised he was gonna do. Now look what this nigga's saying. Now it's this whole bunch of fucking word salad, a whole bunch of word mumbo gumbo. Well, I don't know. Maybe we might. I guess I can. We'll have to look into it. Well, no, actually, okay. He's this nigga's moving more in the direction of stop asking me about that goddamn list. You see how these devils do? Okay? You see how wicked they are? Okay? All right? This is why we have to stay vigilant, man. This is why we can't slack. Okay? We can't underestimate our enemy, man, because Esau is always working, man. He's always devising some sort of scheme. The scriptures talk about how, you know, these niggas devise wickedness on their beds, man, when they wake up in the morning. Okay? They're always trying to think 10 steps ahead, man. Okay? This is why we got to be locked into Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. Okay? Because with all of these enchantments that are being thrown out here, you know, it's like right now, I don't know how many enchantments is going on at once, but man, it's probably over 100 enchantments going on at once, man. Right? And all of these enchantments are, you know, purposely set up so that way you could get lost in it. All right. And then you start to, you know, your reality starts to get warped. You don't know what the fuck to believe anymore. You know, it wears your mind out. Okay. You're in suspense, you're in hope, but then you're sad, but then you're depressed, but then you don't know if you're going to go to war. But then at the same time, they're telling you that there is no World War III. But then, you know, it's just a bunch of ring around the rosy information that they're giving out to the public, man. And that's all that Epstein list is, man. It's some ring around the rosy shit. Okay? They ain't never going to expose that shit, man. They never going to really expose that. Okay? But they going to use it as a tool, a wand, okay, to keep people distracted, because there's a lot more other things going on right now, you know. But that Epstein situation, I mean, that's a serious situation, right? That's serious too. You know, all of these kids going missing, okay? And ain't none of these kids been rescued or anything, man. We ain't got no information, no interviews, no nothing, right? Niggas talking about, oh, Epstein died in a cell. I mean, how classic. The classic suicide, alleged suicide situation, but really the nigga escape out the back door. You know? Come on now, man. These niggas is playing a game on the television screen in front of millions of people. Okay? Billions of people. All right? So we got to be locked in, man. Okay? You got to be locked in and focus on what's important, man. All right? Don't get mixed up in all of this goddamn hoorah and all of this gossip. Okay? Because that's what Esau wants. That's what Satan wants. He wants you to be distracted. Okay? Because our people, 2/3 of our people, they're distracted. You talk to the average Jake, you know, you ask Jake about this Epstein list. Jake either don't give a fuck or Jake believes the media 100%. Well, they still haven't found it, man. You know, I know it's probably hard, you know. It's going to take a lot of preparation. They're still looking into it. Okay? And that's exactly where Esau want these niggas lost. All right? The Epstein list is a freak show and a distraction, man. It's all over the fucking place. Don't make no damn sense. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai once again. Shalom. Shalom.